That is officially the most correct I've ever gotten that song. Yes. I don't think I even looked at I didn't look at my cheat sheet. It's not even on the right page. Oh, it is a momentous occasion to run to. Look, it just goes, it's like pages and pages and pages and pages of song. Oh, I love that one. Oh, no, but you know what I didn't do? Oh, I forgot my costume change, you guys. Hang on, I know.
Do it again.
Oh, the costume change, the important part of the show. That's over. How you doing? I love that song so much. Surabaya Santa, it's called, if you're looking for it online somewhere. I don't know why it's called. I googled why it's called Surabaya Santa, and it has
Surabaya Johnny.
Yeah, but it's not.
Parody of a Kurt Bach.
But it still doesn't mean anything, does it? It's like just. It's like called like. Like Buddies in Bad Times Santa. It's kind of just like, it's got no correlation to the song necessarily. Do you love it here at Buddies in Bad Times? It's my first time here, I love it. The dressing rooms are lovely downstairs. You don't stick to the carpet. It's got a lot going for it. This next song that I'm going to sing is, I mean, it's an interesting time down in America. By the time we get out of here, we will find out whether Roy Moore is a senator in America. I kind of like, I look around the world right now and I do feel a little bit worried, not just because of America, but, you know, Brexit, and there's all of these sorts of, you know, uncertain times and things going on. And sometimes I do feel genuinely worried for the world that we live in right now. You know, I worry that this has become the new normal. And I worry that about that moment where we stopped seeing other people as people and we just started seeing difference and disagreement. And I think that's what despair wants. It wants you to think that the good times will never end. Sorry, the bad times will never end. But one of the good things about the bad times coming to an end, buddies in good times. It's got me confused. One of the good things about the good times coming to an end is that the bad times have to come to an end too. And so I kind of try and look around and find little pockets of hope. And I must say that Canada is certainly one of those pockets of hope. Is it really that hard? It's not. Look at how wonderful you do it here in Canada. Respecting people and having fantastic socially progressive policies and it just looking after the environment. It all makes sense. Like, just be like Canada. Oh, what the world needs now is more Canada. What's the Obama quote?
Yeah.
Did he say?
Yeah.
What the world needs now? Be more like, something like that. Yeah. Looking at me like stone mullets. President Obama was the former president of the United States, and he said some very complimentary things about your country. He said the world should be more like you. This isn't television, I can't see you, just so you know. I look around and I see you know, millions and millions of people turning out in droves at marches and protests all across the world who are standing up against hate and tyranny. And I see, you know, in these natural disasters that are horrible, that have been happening in the Caribbean, in Texas and Florida and Mexico, you look at the news and you see nobody asked who someone voted for or cared what God they do or do not pray to or what the colour of their skin is. They just saw people who need people and people who needed help, and they reached out an arm and they all banded together. Fuck, even a real housewife flew a private jet down to the Caribbean to on her own dime to help people. Oh, okay, well, so I need to get violent. Dropped an earring over there or something. You were like doing anything up? I heard a few loonies hit the ground there. Clunk, clunk. And I sort of look at those things and I do feel hope. And I do love coming up here to Canada because it is such a wonderful place. I was saying to Brian in the elevator, just the distance from the airport to where we're staying, I was just like, everyone really is just more pleasant here, aren't they? It's just a nice vibe up here in Canada. I always love coming here, and I'm going to sing this song now as a little message, but also just for myself to help remind me that there are good times ahead.